so face this way. Chin in. Excellent. Now we're not going to do a warm up because you should have done a warm up already. It's only half an hour. So what I want you to do, if you haven't warmed up, two options: you either pause and warm up, or we just warm up as we go through the fundamental movements. All right. We do a couple of bits. We do some sit and stance punch, just get the shoulders working. Maybe we do some leg raise, just get the legs working, and we'll just crack on. All right. Okay. Palaver stance. 준비. 안은 수드리기. 준비. Sitting stance punch. Ready? Single punch. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Two punches. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. And 바로 shot. Good. 앞절러기 준비. My time. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Change stance. 하나. And again. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. And 바로 shot. Good. Okay, so for the first technique I want to look at is an upward punch. All right. Sometimes what can happen here is instead of it being an upward punch like this, sometimes people come this way, and it's sort of like in between an upward punch and an upset punch. Okay, so it's sort of like something like this. We've got to make sure that it comes all the way up tight here. Level the eyes, and this fist becomes flat, so it becomes horizontal. All right, so it's a very tight technique. It's like an uppercut in boxing. So let's look at that first of all. So give yourself a bit of space. Now, I'm not going to tell you to move forward or backwards. I'm just going to shout. When you get to the end of what you've got, just go backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards. All right, because I don't know how much space you've got. Ready? So first of all, we're going to step forward with the left leg. So first of all, we'll start off the same. And we're going to do a right upward punch. Keep it really tight. Ready? 하나, 둘, 셋. Good. 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. And 바로 shot. Brilliant. So just remember that. Nice and tight. It feels, when you actually do it, it feels like it's actually a bit too close, right? But if it feels too close, then it's probably good, all right? So just bear that in mind. Okay, now we're going to look at the punching fixed stance to the downward knife and strike, all right? So we're going to go from a fixed stance position to a downward knife and strike in vertical stance. Now the biggest problem here is people go like that with the feet. So they go from here and they bring the foot right back like that. So you've got to resist that. Now vertical stance is probably longer than you think it should be. It's actually one shoulder width from the inside of the rear foot to the toes of the front foot, right? Not from the back of the rear foot, from the inside. So it's probably longer than you think it should be. And just resist it. Resist that urge to pull that right in and go right up. This way, okay? So we're going to do a few of those. The other thing to remember that doesn't happen a lot of the time is people just do one arm like that. So you've got to make sure this comes off the hip here, and then it goes round, 2. So it does a reaction this way, from there to there. Making sure that the strike comes from the outside, so you've got a big circular motion, lots of centrifugal force. Let's do a few of those. So we're going to go forwards, 1, 2, like that. And then we're going to step, and again, step, and again. Now we can also step back, 1. But remember, it's always the front foot that comes back to the vertical stance, okay? 준비. We start off with the right. So we're going to go 1 first. Now 2 with a strike. 2. Good. Step forward, punch. And strike. 2. Now when I shout, you do both. Ready? 2. Now I know in the pattern there's a slide, but I don't want you to slide at the moment because we haven't got that much space anyway. Okay? 2. Set. Net. Dosen. Yosen. Elbow. Yell. Ayo. Yell. And pro. Shot. Good. Okay, just a few more techniques. So what I want to look at now is the release from the grab. So when we do the side piercing kick with the releasing motion, biggest thing here is people go like this, right? You've already brought your hands in and you stood up, and then you do the side kick, right? What we've got to try and do is make sure this foot drags halfway like that. Turning this foot about 10 degrees, like that. So from the front, watch, here, okay, like that. Because the idea is they've grabbed you, but they're also pulling you. So if you go like that, you're going to be pulled off balance, right? So you've got to resist it. It's almost like a little display. You're showing what's happening, all right? Like a little performance. So from here, you're going to drag this way, but you see my fist stays where it is. Now to enable my fist to stay there, I have to bend this elbow, right? So from this position, 1. So we keep the hand out there like that. And we also keep the hand out there as we lift this leg, right? So from here, the hand's still there. Now we pull the hand as we do the side kick. So it's the kick that releases the grab, right? There's no point releasing the grab and then kicking because they might have been gone, right? We want them to stay there. So from here, we go 1, 2, and then a strike, right? So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so let's just stay with, and we should practice both sides, but time. So let's just stay with the same techniques, which is a right punch, a right side kick, right? So let's face this way. So you're going to go forward, as if you've got enough space. If you haven't, then face the front. So we're going to go forward with the right, 1. Now you're going to grab and drag, 2. Look, hands still out here. Now you're going to kick, but you're going to keep the hands up as you bring this knee up, like that. I know it can be difficult if you're not so flexible, but just try the best. So from there, 1, and then strike, okay? Let's do a few of those, ready? Punch, 2, set, good. Now we're going to punch, now do the whole release, go through, 2, good. Now we're going to do punch, release, strike, ready? See, jump. Good, one more. See, jump. Shot, good. So remember, you can go back to this video, you can go to that point, you can watch it again, you can practice, right? If you're not too sure. If you're practicing and you're not too sure, go back to this video. Last one. We're going to go from an X twist pressing block, elbow thrust. So step forward with your left leg, X twist pressing, and you're going to step forwards, elbow thrust with the right. Ready? So 1, hold, good. And again, hold, set, good. Let's try the other leg. Hold. Remember, the elbow goes straight down the line. Don't have it this way because you've missed. Your target's here. So you've got to thrust that way. Right? One more. Hold. Good. And shut. Last one I want to look at is this. It's an inner forearm high side front block, right? Reaction is just going down this way. It's not a low block, it's a reaction. So just go into a close stance. We're going to do a right block first. 1. Now it's going to change it by lifting the heels up and down. Now if you watch from the side, this comes from the outside and stays in front. It doesn't come back like this. This is another common mistake. People bend the elbow like that. Keep it in front of you. This way, this way, this way. Okay? Hold. Set. Snap. Dos. Yos. Elbow. Yeah. Ayo. Yeah. And shut. Good. Okay, so let's do the pattern in my time. So when we do it in my time, I'm going to face you. And when we do it in our own time, I'm going to face away. So hopefully, when you go back to this video, you can see all the movements where I'm facing you. And then when I turn around and go back the other way, you can watch the other bit in our own time. So then you can see those movements as well. If you need to pause it, stop it, go back, you can. Okay? Okay, Hwa Rang Tul, 준비. Go with me. Ready. And 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, dos. Nice and tight. 하나, slide. 하나, both arms. Good. Check your feet. 하나, 둘, 셋. Now remember, keep the hand out all the way through to the strike. 하나, 2 punches. 하나, 둘. Might have to shuffle a bit and turn. 하나, 둘, 셋. Turn and kick, turn and kick. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. 하나. Right. Shut. Good. In our own time. So I'm going to face this way. 준비. 시작. All right. Good. Stay so heels together. Chorip, Kunyi, and Hassan. Thank you.